Simon Sinek's fabulous golden circle. I'm a huge advocate of this. The why, the how, the what. When I'm asked to consult for companies, it's normally because something's not quite firing right and they need some marketing troubleshooting. I find that most of the time they're doing the what, and they're doing it quite well actually. After digging a little more, I tend to find out that the how is doing pretty well, probably needs a little bit of fine tuning, but actually that's doing really well. There's a lot of how. But alas, alack, where is the why? The why is the crucial part that is always missing. There's always fine tuning to do up and down the how and the what, but the why is absolutely fundamental, as explained by the man himself, Simon Sinek. So what exactly is in a what? Well, it's the product to the customer. It's the delivery of that product or service, the usability, the warranty perhaps, the after sales, and the implementation. This is what is known as the augmented product. And this is what a lot of companies have ready to roll out. Next, we have the how. The how are elements around it, the tangibles to the customer. Again, this is something that a lot of companies generally have in good condition or are putting forward and putting out through their marketing. And probably need a little bit of tailoring or maybe missed a little bit of a feature out of it. And this is the selling, the explaining of the features, the packaging, the visuals, the look, the design elements, and mostly selling the features on what it does. And the why you're doing it, the purpose, the core benefit. Simply put, it's why you do what you do and the purpose behind it. And this is important from a marketing practice point, because from this is where the brand comes from. This is where your values come from. And this is where the emotion comes from to connect with the customer. And these are wholly important because this is what is going to help you to make those sales, to make your customers understand you and understand your product or service as well as your company. It's all encompassing the why, which is why Simon Sinek talks about it so much and why so many of us know that this is what is going to help your company with its sales. So when companies miss out the why, they're missing out a big reason of why people buy. The why is why people buy. And here, you can tell I get so emotional. I've even written it here. I like to explain this using the marketing benefits ladder. So we start off with product service. Again, a what? Product features. Moving into a how. Product benefits, still in the how. Customer benefits, still in the how. But then we get to the emotional benefits, and that's usually where the why lies. And when you connect emotionally with the customer, right at the top of the ladder, because this is where we want to be. This is where we're going to get customers. This is where we are going to get sales. And this is where companies need to understand the emotional benefits, not just feature benefits, to putting forward these elements to your customers. So, to recap, do you want purely function or do you want to add feeling to what you do? It's a good question. The other question to ask is, what are you currently doing? Are you just promoting function or are you really giving and transforming through feeling? So many companies I consult for are very technical and they're happy to talk about the technical element of what they do. But what they need to be putting alongside that, and absolutely first and foremost, is the transformational side of what they do. This is what's going to sell. This is what's going to connect with the customer. And this is what your customer wants to hear. It's so important. So many companies I consult for are very technical. Here we have the limbic versus the neocortex. These are parts of the brain that help you to be able to strike up a relationship with the sale or company that you're going to make. In essence, as Simon Sinek says, you really want to be working out of the neocortex part of the brain to be able to connect with the customer and really take that element to the next level. I quote the main man himself, Simon Sinek, here. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Again, going into consultancies, people put what they do first. They tell you all about what they do and how they do it. What they miss is the why you want to buy from them, why they're doing what they did. Why are they starting the company? Why are they putting themselves out there for you? These are the important things that are going to help you connect. Now, if you're still not understanding or able to convince somebody in the company that the why is so important, then take a look at this. 20% of why we buy is done through function. 20% is function. That's the what and the how. 20% of the decision made to purchase is done through function. So that's the head. The brain needs to understand the item for the sale and all the information about purchasing it, all the info, all the parts of the process are needed to be clarified in 20%. Now, look at the feeling. 80%. 80% goes on the heart, the why. Since the sale is 80% emotion, it is important to facilitate the need for a human element of the sale, including showing your company's values, how people have been transformed by it, who are the types of people that are using your product or service. This is the connection. The why is the sweet spot. So after this, if you're still not sure why the why is so important to your company and its sales, maybe you should either rewatch or get in touch and we can have a great discussion about where you are with your what, how, and why for your company and your business.